Okay, now to review the Gigabyte GA H97 D3H motherboard. Its supported processors are the Intel Core i7, i5, i3 processors, Intel Pentium processors, Intel Celeron processors, and the LGA1150 socket. Most CPUs are supported, and remember to check the CPU support list on Gigabyte website for this motherboard. Its supported chipset is the Intel H97 Express chipset. It also has 4x DDR3 DIMM sockets supporting up to 32 GB of system memory and has dual channel memory architecture. Its supported speeds are 1600 and 1333 MHz. It also supports non-ECC memory modules and XMP memory modules. It also has supported AMD Crossfire technology, and the storage connectors are the 1xM2 PCIe connector, which replaces mSATA and is mostly used for solid-state drives. It has 1x SATA Express connector, which has greater speeds than SATA 3 and has 6x SATA 3 6GB connectors. The M2 SATA Express and SATA 3, 4, 5 connectors can only be used one at a time. Supports for RAID 0, RAID 1, RAID 5, and RAID 10. It also has 1x PCI Express x16 slots running at x16 speed and 1x PCI Express x16 slot running at x4 speed. It also has 2x PCI Express x1 slot and 3x PCI slots, and it's at a price of $84.99. Okay, more things to remember on the expansion slots. The PCIe x4 slot shares bandwidth with all PCI Express x1 slots. All PCI Express x1 slots will become unavailable when a PCIe x4 expansion card is installed. When installing a x8 or above card in the PCIe x4 slot, make sure to make the configuration in the BIOS setup screen for the x4 expansion card. PCIe x4 slot and PCIe x1 are PCIe 2 expansion slots. Now onto the USB ports. It has 6x USB 3/2 ports, 4 ports on the back panel, and 2 ports available through the internal USB header. It also has 8x USB 2/1 ports, 2 ports on the back panel, and 6 ports available through the internal USB headers. The USB headers are used for the case connectors to enable the USB ports on the PC case. It also has integrated onboard graphics, 1x D-sub port, 1x DVI-D port, both supporting a maximum resolution of 1820x1200 resolution. It also has one 8x HDMI port supporting a maximum resolution of 4096 and 2160 resolution. It supports for HDMI 1.4a version and supports up to 3 displays at a time and maximum shared memory of 1 GB. It also has integrated 7.1 channel high definition audio and supports for SPDIF out. It also has Intel Gigabit Express LAN chip and has 8-pin ATX 12V power connector, 1x water cooling fan connector, 1x front panel header, and 1x front panel audio header. The only connector I'm not going to mention is the 24-pin ATX main power connector, which almost every PCU supplies you with. More connectors than the motherboard has is 1x TPM header, 1x clear semi jumper, 1x serial port header, and 3x 4-pin system fan headers. Its hardware monitoring features are system voltage detection, CPU system temperature detection, system fan speed detection, system overheating warning. It also has system fan fail warning and system fan speed control. Remember to connect the front panel connector and front panel audio connector correctly. You can find more information on the installation of the motherboard on the Gigabyte website. Remember on the front panel connector, the power LED, front power switch, speaker, hard drive activity LED, reset switch, chassis intrusion head, and power LED, remember to connect the plus and negative correctly. If it's not done right, you have the risk of damaging the motherboard. Remember to subscribe and stay tuned for more from R the Game Tech.